Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So I wanted to pull out, I got recently the Make Art Station, and I got extra magnets to go with it, and that's all because of Amy R. She had it and had extra magnets, and I was like, you know what, let me get some extra magnets. And I decided I wanted to test it out using the Tailored Expression stencils. I wanted to use this large oval, and I figured I could create an actual project for you guys while doing both. So I'm just going to use some purple tape. I'm going to turn this over, and on the stencils themselves, there's these lines that give you guides to where you can put your 5¼ by 4 your paper, your page fronts, I guess you could say, or you can make it 5½ by 4¼ and there's a line for that size as well, which is what I have here. I made mine 5½ by 4¼ and then later on when I actually make it into a card, I am going to trim it down on both sides, the top and the bottom. And I'm starting off with, I believe this one is Squeezed Lemonade. Yeah, Squeezed Lemonade. And then we're going to put some Bundled Sage. And we're going to blend that in. And for the paper itself, I'm just using Nina 110 pound. So it's the thick paper. I didn't pull out my Bristol Smooth. If you have issues blending and you're not getting the kind of blends that you want, I always suggest that you get Bristol Smooth paper. It blends for the oxides. It really does blend them really well. You don't have to have crazy skill to be able to do the blending on that particular paper. And then the third color I'm using is actually Speckled Egg, which I got from my little scrapbook store. So I had to, of course, as soon as I got it, I needed to play with it. And actually, I got the Make Art Station from Simon Says Stamp. Yeah, I get from everywhere because, you know, it all depends on where I'm looking, and if I have had good relations with the company, I'll order. And I like my little scrapbook store because she has, you know, it's a private business home, you know, it's not a big box store. So yeah, so I did get a few things from her, and I have some haul videos that'll probably be coming up over the next couple of weeks. I'm just trying to spread them out and not hit you guys with a whole bunch all at once. So once we were done with the blending, I cleaned off the stencil and I've put it into my Misty here, and I'm going to do the similar thing that we did probably like a couple of weeks ago, where I ink it up and then stamp this stamp right into the open area of the stencil. And I'm gonna figure this out because I know obviously there's a little bit of an edge because of the stencil, the plastic as it is, but for some reason whenever I'm pressing down, I'm always missing. You see that little bit right there? I'm like, oh, I can press more, you know what I mean? Because it shouldn't be that small. And I think what I may do like the next time would be more to, like, how do I explain it? To kind of create like a different type of mask that would go around the outside that's thinner. Almost like just get masking paper basically, or even copier paper, cut out the circle and then put it down over top of it and stamp, because that way it would get closer to the actual edge. It doesn't, in the end, I'm like, I can live with it, but I am, at the time, I'm trying to get as close to that edge as possible. And then I'm just going to take some Squeaky Clean and I'm going to spray it on the stencil and the stamp itself. And just try and clean that off, because I did make a boo-boo and I left some of the ink on it from the last time I did it, and I really wasn't trying to do that. And then I'm just taking it and cleaning off on the stencil itself. And a part of me likes this only because it does bring out some of that, the lines that are on that stencil. It kind of makes them more visible when I put the ink on the outside. But I also like clean stencils. So, you know, it's one of those things where I just keep going, and I'm going to try and get it as clean as I can. All right, so we're going to put that to the side. And as far as this video, I don't make it into a card while filming, but you are going to see photos at the very end with what I did as far as a sentiment. I think I wound up doing one that was the reverse, the black on the bottom with the white sentiment with the black ink. This is just one I had on my desk, and I was just showing you different ways that you can do it if you have little sentiments like this. Of course, I just did in a recent video the sentiment strips from Tailored Expression, and so I was trying to find a few that I could possibly use and put on this as a card. But instead of having it be on video where it would take a long time, I decided to just grab a few things out and then put them together and show you guys what it looks like in the very end. Okay, so here we go. We got some close-ups coming up. I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And at the very end, I will have links to previous technique videos, and definitely check those out. Leave comments down below. I read them. I enjoy responding, and I thank you guys for staying as long as you have with this video, and I will see you with our next one. Have a great one.